Hello everyone and welcome back to the Sork Tower. We're going to be showcasing you guys a cheap budget deck. Be prepared for a lot of these coming your guys' way. I've got a ton of budget ideas to share with you guys. This first one we're going to do is $20 Landfill Hero combo. So let's get into this combo. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to get a Prince into play. Once we have a Prince into play, this is kind of where everything falls suit. Now, one thing I can recommend for you guys is to not try and shotgun the combo, but you can pull it off as early as turn 5. Next thing we're going to do is get some ink down, and then we're going to get this Pride Lands involved. So once the Pride Lands is down, this is the next piece of the puzzle. So the next thing we got to do is get our Simba into the Pride Lands here. So we're going to go ahead and pay this to ink, put the Simba to the Pride Lands, and then we'll go ahead and ink another card. Now from here, what we need to do is we need to get this Rockstar Stitch down. So let's go ahead and play this Stitch for 0, and then shift the Rockstar Stitch for 3. And then we can go ahead and we don't really need more than 3 ink for this combo to work. So let's get to the next turn. So let's go ahead and drop this fill for 3 ink. Now from here, the world is our oyster because since we have a Prince at Pride Lands, all of our characters cost 1 less. And every time we play a character with 2 or less, we can exert it to draw a card. And then every time we play a hero, we're going to gain 1 lore. Well, we play 41 drops in this deck. So we're going to go ahead and play our 1 drop, draw a card, gain a lore. And keep in mind, since the Pride Lands has been out since turn 2 in this aspect, we will actually be at 4 lore right now. And then we can also quest with the Rockstar Stitch as well as the Simba here, and that would bring us up to another 4, as well as with the fill, which gives us another 2. So now we only have to draw 10 more 1-drops. So we can go ahead and play this for 0, draw another card, play this for 0, draw another card, and keep in mind both times that we did that, we're going to gain lore, and basically we're just going to keep doing that until we have enough to kill our opponent. So now that we've drawn pretty much every card in our deck, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we draw the Cinderella, because the Cinderella does cost 2, we can simply ink 1, play the other. We can draw and discard another card, and then hopefully that lets us filter out our deck enough to where we can just keep repeating this process until we get to 20 lore, outracing our opponent for the win. So let's get into the deck, and then we can even talk about some upgrades that you guys can make to the deck. So here's the deck, and the deck actually costs less than $20. It actually costs $17 according to Dreamborn right now. That's going to be give or take a few bucks, and then of course shipping if you need to order it. But most locals will have every single card. And as I said, we are on 41 drop hero cards. It doesn't really matter what they do as long as they have 1 cost and they're a hero. We're on another 4 copies of the Stitch just to increase the consistency of being able to shift the Rockstar on curve, and then as well as the Bodyguard Simba, which is just another copy of a Prince, and the Hercules, again, as another copy of a Prince. And there are some upgrades you can make. For about 85, you can build a pretty competitive version that a few of us from the Sork Tower personally have taken to locals and done extremely well with. So let's go ahead and check out the upgraded version. So here you go, guys. This is the upgraded version. We're on the Lilos. This is just going to give us a better aggro element, as well as Piglet and Chernabog. We cut the 2-drop Hercules, as well as the Minnie Mouse Spelunker, just so that we can have that extra Lilo. Some other options you could choose is like the 1-drop Cinderella and Strength of a Raging Fire, but I didn't really want to cut down on the 1-drops. To make room for the strength, and we absolutely have to play 4 copies of Phil, Stitch, and Pride Lands. We even went up to 61 cards just so that we can play the Chernabog. Not really necessary. I think the Piglet and the Lilo is definitely sufficient enough. You'll be able to just quest out early and reduce the need of having to draw as many 1-drops in the late game. So that's pretty much all you need to do. This is going to run you about $55, which is only $35 more expensive than the original deck. The deck's super fun. Maybe you can build it for a friend. You're teaching how to play. Maybe you're just really bored at locals and want to play something super fun. I highly recommend this deck. It's going to be super fun. So as well as this deck, we're going to be uploading a bunch of other content to the channel. Make sure you guys check that out. There's going to be a few more members as well, uploading videos and having a ton of fun with this channel. I'm really excited to showcase it for y'all. Thank you for getting us to 30 subs. You guys are amazing. Make sure if you like this kind of content, you hit the like button and hit the subscribe and hit the bell, because we're going to be pumping out at least 2 to 3 videos every single week. Some of us are going to Vegas, excuse me, and I'm extremely excited to go to Vegas myself. I did pretty decent in Dallas, ended with 38 points, hoping to do a little bit better in Vegas this time around. Make sure you guys, again, subscribe. This is Broom Dude hopping out of the Sork Tower.